Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting the Ball at the Post-Truth. I'm Ben, as always. I'm hanging out with Mike,
Hello.
Claire,
Hey.
and Pete.
Hello.
And this is our sister show to Cutting the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse, where we bring you the weekly world of the weird as found on the World Wide Web.
So hoping you were going to slip up at some point throughout that.
Professional, mate.
Yeah, alright. We are leaving in the outtakes, aren't we?
No, you can't do that. It ruins the mystique.
The 7 minutes of him trying to perfect that line.
It wasn't 7 minutes, that was off the bat, that was off the cuff, that was sharp.
Alright, 6 minutes
You should
then.
put it out on a Wednesday so then he can go out on a Wednesday to have another W.
Ah, shit. Alright. Well, this is our show where we bring you the weirdest shit we found on the internet this week. Let's just start saying that you can follow us on Facebook at Colour the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse, Colour the Ball in the PTA on SoundCloud and Spotify and most other podcasting platforms, and Apocalypse Ball on YouTube.
Have a listen, have a subscribe, tell your friends,
Tell your friends, tell a loved one, tell your sock.
shout it from the rooftops.
Scream, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm going to subscribe to Cutting the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse.
Please do.
So let's start with this one. Japan unleashes terrifying robot wolves to fight off bears attacking the elderly.
Right, I think we need to have a quick pause and watch this video.
They're not that terrifying. They are meant to be scarecrows, actually, but they're still robot wolves, and the headline sounds cool as fuck. Right, so we just watched a video on these wolf robots, and they're pretty cool.
It's less convincing of a wolf than it is a robot. Like, it's definitely a robot.
It's not a robot wolf
But
as you're thinking, like a transformer.
Yeah, it's definitely not a robot. It's definitely a robot, but it's definitely not a wolf.
Looks like Meccano put at the bottom with wheels.
Yeah,
And a bit of grass on top of it. Then an animatronic wolf with a head that sort of spins round a little bit and has glowing eyes.
And the
really
sound effects.
Oh, and the sound effects, but it really is crude as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah,
it
it looks
is.
like something out of Doctor Who.
But
They have got gleaming red eyes and bared fangs.
it is effective.
Yeah.
They've got video footage of it, and it clearly shows it working very well on numerous types of animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And now they're being brought in after a spate of bear attacks against elderly residents.
they'll just roam around the old people's residential homes.
Well, due to a rise in the number of bears attacking people in Japan, authorities are using the wolves to scare them away. The first use of the monster wolf was recorded in autumn 2020. That was when they was brought in as scarecrows. But in recent months, local governments across Japan have started ordering their own monster wolves amid an alarming rise in bear attacks.
And attaching rocket launchers to them.
No. Well, officials say this is due to the mass exodus of young people from rural farming villages, leaving elderly people unprotected in the towns largely unpopulated.
Yeah.
Shinsuko Koike, professor at Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology, explained, to quote him, "More and more rural farmlands in the foothills that once acted as buffer zones between the bears and humans are disappearing. As the villages are emptied, the bears have begun encroaching closer and closer into areas inhabited by humans, where they become accustomed to bright lights and the noises, and therefore less frightened of people." So you've got bears coming down into the footlands of what was farmland, and just like mauling old people in the streets.
And ordering coffees at the local tea shop and things like that.
Presumably.
Taking over the joint.
But hey, this is a good thing. It stops the shooting of the bears.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen, isn't it? Is it going to contact
Humane way of doing it.
It's good. It's good. I like
Yeah.
it.
But there's only so much.
It's very Japanesey, isn't it?
It's better than when they shot all them radioactive boars
Oh yeah.
after Fukushima.
Well, that was just tragic. Yeah.
But at least they're trying on this one. But let's not shoot the bears.
Yeah. I like it.
So that's the last light and fluffy, that is. That's the lightest and fluffiest thing we've kind of had, and it involved old people getting mauled by bears.
Yeah, and you can double it up as a Halloween decoration on your lawn.
Boom.
And if you really want, attach a semi-automatic machine gun.
No, don't do that.
No, not shooting bears.
No, not for shooting bears, just for shooting people.
Oh,
Just people.
oh, just people. That's fine. Pete, I just want to remind you of the laws of the land. Quick, you can't do that.
Trespassers, you know, get off my land or my robot wolf will shoot you up.
You could just put no, because then you still. No, you can't. They don't be in your house.
Don't come in my house or my robot wolf will shoot you up.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Master's degree in magic
Oh,
to be offered at British University. That was what I felt
fuck
as
off.
soon as I read it. That was my initial response, Pete.
I thought the university system was an absolute farce before that. You just read that out. That's just, taking the biscuit.
It's not even magic with a K. I mean, there's not even any fucking sex magic going on. There's no orgies, there's no drugs. I mean, what the fuck?
So
if you're going to do magic with a K.
So they're going to do a master's in magic and occult science. What?
Yeah, Masters in magic and occult science.
Actually, that is
At
when
Exeter University.
you know what? When you add that occult science into it, I'm getting interested.
So
Because I'm
basically-
thinking I might be making a Frankenstein at some point.
So it's going to be the study. It's going to be like the study
That's
of
dissertation.
demonology and things like that. It's that kind of occult magic. So like your demonology, your summonings, and your old witchcraft.
Studying runes
So,
and shit like that.
so it's not quite as it sounded on the headline, is it? Let's face it.
Fucking
It's
media.
not like they're going to go there and study Harry Potter's fucking guide to magic, are they?
No, but the thing is, they haven't put magic spelt with a K.
And interestingly, it's going to be offered in the Institute of Arab and Islamic Studies.
That's interesting.
So jinns and genies and things.
I'm going to summon a genie. Oh, hang on, Pete, you will like this, mate. Some of the modules include dragons in Western literature and art, Legend of King Arthur, paleography, and the depiction of women in the Middle Ages. Actually sounds quite interesting.
I'll take that course, just for shits and giggles.
But still, no sex magic, no drugs.
I'm not understanding
No
this
orgies.
magic with a K. What's...
Magic with the K is like occult magic. Is like Aleister Crowley was doing the group orgies, the drugs,
Okay.
the summoning. Oh man, we did an episode on Crowley. I think we actually need to revisit Crowley. I've read his biography recently. It's really good.
As opposed to magic with a C, which is like clown faces.
Yeah, exactly, Claire. Magic with a C, some clown doing it. Magic with a K is like drugs and sex.
Okay. Fair enough.
Not just that, there's also other things involved, but I'm just going down the Thalamic route. Do what thou wilt,
Moving on.
if we have to. Because just here to talk about magic if you want, and Aleister Crowley.
I accidentally moved to the most haunted town. I felt ghosts and heard screams.
You've ever heard screams?
Not in a tone. Oh, you just talking about your basement, Mike?
Sharon
Live in a
Luke.
flat, you idiot.
Luke,
I bet you got the one below.
Luke.
Luke. Sharon Luke, in her 70s, bought McPike Mansion in Alton, Illinois, not knowing it was flooded with ghosts, and now guests hear crashes, voices, and ghoulish figures in the window.
Don't believe it. America's about 5 years old. How can they have ghosts?
Well, lots of shit's happened there. A lot of bloodshed.
I'm joking. No, it's like America's talk about history. It's like they've got about 400 years of history.
Are they even at that?
No, 200 and something.
1777, wasn't it?
76.
Wasn't it 1642 when he... 1640?
We were there for
1492 when I met Columbus. It wasn't in America though, was it?
You know, with the 13 colonies, you're talking like early 1700s, aren't
Who
you?
was it that discovered America?
Columbus.
Yeah.
The Vikings,
I
technically.
the Vikings. Well, actually, it was the indigenous people that settled there.
Well, yeah.
Well,
If you want to be
yeah.
Them too.
specific.
Yeah. Well, who brought it to our attention?
They say Columbus. I don't even think it was it?
Vikings were there before that.
I think even someone else. Yeah, someone else was there before. But, yeah.
It was documented as Columbus, isn't it?
He's credited with it, isn't he? 1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and that's how you remember it.
Anyway, Sharon has had paranormal experiences on her land and is now offering visitors a tour of her property. Although she warns guests that they must be respectful of spirits who reside in the grounds and in the home and in the cellar, or face their unwelcoming wrath that could make you want to run away.
Sounds like a money spin to me.
Sounds like I want to go there and see if they can make me run away.
Sounds like she's bought this mansion and gone, fuck me, this is hard to
It's a
run.
fucking lovely mansion, though, isn't it?
It costs a lot of money to keep, and I have to start renting rooms out and pretend it's a haunted mansion.
Yeah.
I wonder how old it is. Does it even say when it was built?
It's old.
It's old.
Built in
Oh, yeah.
1869.
So Sharon
Mansion.
says that she had two friends over, and while they were talking about politics, which we don't normally talk about, we heard a huge crash from above. I thought the ceiling would fall in, so I stood up. They went to look upstairs, and nothing was disturbed or had fallen. It was so loud that it was one of the experiences that has startled me the most, she said. I still am not sure if it was a spirit voicing their disagreement with the topic we were discussing, or if it was a mutual friend of ours that had just passed away the day before playing tricks on us.
Well, it's one or the other, isn't it? There you
Bit of
go.
speculation, isn't it?
Or it could have been anything, couldn't it?
Bit of trapped wind.
Maybe something did cave in. It's a really old house. Maybe something in the roof gave way.
Well, it's now said to be haunted by the owner and its former domestic servant, among other ghostly apparitions, including children in the gardens.
They've been watching ghosts, haven't they? That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Oh, you don't want ghost kids in the garden, though. That'd be annoying.
Swinging on the gate.
Yeah, 'cause especially if they're not even your kids. I mean, you can't usually sit down and chill out, can you?
To go on a tour, it'll cost you $20 per adult.
That's
Just
not
for
bad.
the tour.
Yeah.
£16.47.
Lasts an hour and a half.
I want to stay over, really.
Yeah. We need to go and stay in a haunted location. We need to do that thing to the woods again. Well, again.
I think they
Fuck
should
you on
actually
about?
make haunted houses.
Cannock Chase.
Oh.
Don't you think they should actually make haunted houses? So, like, you know, like for that haunted house experience. So each room would have like a bit of a creaking, you know, and flaps at the windows. It's like a cinematic thing, you know.
Something jumps out at you at some point.
Yeah.
They do that. They have got things like that, though, haven't they?
Like scare rooms or something.
Yeah, they've done things like that.
You stay over
There's
all
them
night
places,
and
innit?
there's a bit of like, you know, there's a.
Well, what's the point, though, if you know it's just bullshit?
In the ones they have in America, in like disused hospitals, they have actors and that will chase you around in real night. You have to sign a disclaimer. Like if you die of a heart attack, it's not their fault. No, if they catch you, they will like strap you down to a table and start stropping a knife. I mean, you know it's not going to happen, but at the same time, he's just actually an employee. Is this some madman who's broken in here?
How far are you allowed to go?
Quite far in them places. That's why you sign the disclaimer.
Next.
Oh, I saw this last week. Man claims he's a cyborg from 2050 sent to warn humans about the apocalypse.
Prove you're a cyborg then, dickhead.
Yeah, do that Arnie thing with your arm where you slice around the forearm.
That's what we
and
want to see.
peel
Isn't
it back and then you take off your hand and do the old robot hand.
Well, let's just dissect him.
I was just thinking it'd be cooler to watch him peel his deglove himself.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be funnier if we dissect him and just see.
There's a man out there named Orin who is totally convinced that the world is a simulation and life as we know it will diminish in 2050. However, Owen is referring to as an environmental apocalypse, a point in time when the world comes to an end. Talking to Dr. Phil, he spoke to Dr. Phil back in 2020, he said we are a collective conscious and it is our collective responsibility to guide Earth from the apocalypse in 2050. And he said that we're in the matrix, we need revolution right now. The current system, such as socio-political status, has put people who look and sound a certain way down. We must change the entire institution and framework in order for us to value things such as the greater good, such as society, and as the environment, and uplifting communities.
Yeah, I'm behind him.
He's just an actor. It's Dr. Phil. It's about as fucking staged as Jerry Springer.
Well, it appeared recently on Apex TV. We've come across Apex TV before.
Yeah, haven't we?
Every single time traveller with a blurred face has been on Apex TV.
A dodgy photo.
Yeah, and a dodgy photo. Every single one of them. Oren on that interview was asked questions including, is there a matrix? Why is the corporation trying to divide us? And how can humanity escape the matrix? And Oren replied that we're being kept down by a corporation. They are lying to us through marketing schemes and propaganda to hate ourselves, to divide us based on gender, race, sexuality, identity and preference.
Tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's so full of shit. This bloke, it's unbelievable. 'Cause
It's
he's just spouting what's true about the world at the minute.
Literally, they live.
Yeah.
We're living in the they live society, aren't we? If you haven't got the glasses on. Yeah, that's it. He thinks he's a cyborg. He's come back in time. And
Needs help.
He's going to warn us that the Earth's going to have an environmental catastrophe, apocalypse even.
He said we're in a simulation as well, so, you know.
One or the other, mate.
Yeah.
Can't all die in the simulation, can we? Because surely we're just plugged in somewhere.
But the simulation's going to end in 2050. We can't do anything about it, can we?
And how's he come back from 2050 if
Exactly.
the world's ended?
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this.
He's just full of shit.
You know what? I'm not sure I believe it.
Are you sure that's got a bold statement?
I just can't put my finger on it. It's a tough one to decipher in it, but yeah, there's something about this that just doesn't quite add up. Fucking hell.
You know what? I'm gonna lean off the fence towards the bullshit side.
Seriously?
I know.
Oh wow.
So it's a bold move.
It is.
Let's see if it pays off. Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah. What
Dad
the fuck?
Dad defends feeding his son raw testicles when he was just 1 year old.
It was raw testicles. Where's he getting raw testicles from?
There is a picture of a 1 year old eating a raw testicle.
Oh Jesus
It's
Christ!
obviously a sheep or a cow or maybe not a cow. That'd be huge, wouldn't it?
Paulie Long, 31, discovered he was going to be a dad in October 2021. And at this point, raw meat wasn't on his mind. But in April 2022, after eating raw testicles for the first time, he was hooked.
What the fuck?
And he is now proud to boast his claims that he's eaten every part of an animal. Paulie from Pennsylvania, USA, shared that his son's first proper food was cooked liver when he was just 5 months old. He said, I think babies have a natural sense of knowing what's good with food. The first thing my son tried was raw liver, and that was when he was about 1 year old. He then tried raw testicles a few months ago. He loves it. It's actually like one of his favourite things. He's not talking yet, but when he wants something, he points at it. I don't force raw meat on him. I've never forced anything on my kid. I never will. I'll let him figure it out.
Maybe he's pointing and saying, I don't want them again.
These nuts!
Paul explained how he tried raw meat for the first time, saying it was a joke/experiment. He said he wanted to see what it did to his body, claiming that it's had a really good impact on him. I think the cons are more mental than anything. I think it's really healthy for you. I love food, and sometimes I crave a nice cooked burger.
Well, you just have a nice good burger then. You haven't got to just eat raw meat, mate. You're eating meat. I don't think it matters if it's cooked or not.
He now lives in Bali, Indonesia with his wife and son, and claims he did extensive research as to the risks of eating raw meat before eating it himself and giving it to his son.
Is extensive research just a Google search in a scenario, do you think?
Is it okay to eat raw testicles?
Pete's nodding.
To my kid?
Yeah, I'm guessing he's googled that. Wouldn't suggest it. There's too many different fucking parasites and bacteria you can get from raw meat. It's just not. It's not feasible.
Well, his son is now enjoying a diet that includes steak, raw milk, and chicken drumsticks, and the proud dad met his son is growing very fast, claiming he's much bigger than the other kids his age.
It's like bollocks, isn't it? He's eating.
Well, the reason he's much bigger than other kids his age is because he's living in Indonesia, and his son's like half Indonesian, half American. So he's got the American genes on the tallness, hasn't he, compared to everybody else?
They'll fucking eat anything, wouldn't they?
And clearly, his fucking son's being well fed, whether it's on raw meat or not. He's being fucking well fed. He's getting plenty of meat.
Is it safe to?
I don't think it's safe to eat raw meat. No.
No.
I mean, I don't even like it. Some people have a blue steak, don't they? My mum has a blue steak. I just cooked a little bit and cold in the middle. I don't get that.
No, me neither.
No.
Some people love it.
I've had rare before.
The
I
most of
ate
it's
it.
medium rare.
I ate it. It was
I've
edible,
had rare before.
but
really.
I prefer my medium. Maybe slightly medium rare, but
Medium rare or medium. If I'm in the mood for it, I'll go well done. If I'm really in the mood for something
Well
charred. Who do you want to eat charred flesh?
if I really want to eat some old fucking boots,
done. I'll have old boots.
So you're not for the raw testicle diet then, Ben?
No, I'm not. No, it's not for me. Cook your food. Listen to cook your food, please.
yeah.
We heartily condone cooking your food.
Finally?
So, 6-legged puppy found abandoned in Pembroke Dock supermarket car park.
Oh my God! Is this light and fluffy
Yeah.
Aw.
to end on? Jesus Christ!
So yeah, the female spaniel puppy was found outside a supermarket in Pembroke Dock last week. She was brought into Medivet's Pembroke surgery and by a concerned member of the public. The puppy had birth defects after initial inspection and was taken to Fenton Vet in Haverfordwest and Greenacre Rescue local authority dog warden.
Wow, there you go. The whole force of the local council came together.
She was then examined by Charlotte Biddle, a vet on duty. After the examination, the puppy appeared to have 2 extra legs and 2 vulvas. So 2 fannies, basically.
Do you think it's a bit of a Siamese twin thing going on here?
Yeah.
Absorption of a twin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Despite being in reasonable condition. Huh? Oh, right.
After he's got two.
Yeah.
He's got 2 extra legs and 2 vulvas, but it's in all right condition apart from that.
Yeah. So Charlotte was unclear if the puppy was functioning properly, so admitted her for x-rays, monitored the bodily functions for 48 hours. These 48 hours proved that although timid, the puppy was more relaxed when around the company of other dogs. That's kind of good, I suppose. That's one positive.
Yeah.
After it was noted that she looked like a mermaid, the puppy was named Ariel.
There you go, Claire. You like that?
Aw.
Now settling in well to foster home. On investigation, Ariel has 2 additional hind legs and the beginnings of a second vulva. So her pelvis hasn't formed properly due to extra hip joint.
There you go. Well, I assume I do some surgery.
Yeah.
Well, the plan
Bish
will be
bash bosh.
to let her settle after the ordeal. Month with the aim of removing additional limbs and exploring the functions of her remaining legs. She's likely to need multiple surgeries. So good luck for the future, young Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bless her.
Oh, one of them little doggy wheelchairs.
Oh.
Gorgeous little face.
That is
Little black spaniel. Beautiful little thing.
bless.
Just with a couple of extra legs.
Well, no one's perfect.
They should run fucking quick.
There's some babies with the extra legs, aren't there?
Yeah. Happens to most animals, doesn't it? With things like dogs and cats, they don't often survive because...
Don't ruin this moment, Pete.
Well, they either don't survive or they get their neck wrong or something.
Oh, I think they do. I think.
I don't think it's going to bring puppies' necks and dog
I
shells,
don't know.
mate.
You don't see many dogs with defects from birth, do you? You don't go into the local vet and there's fucking a dog with a leg sticking out the back
It's
of
quite
its
rare,
head.
isn't it? Well,
But it does happen.
Yes, and if it does happen, you probably find a lot of the owners probably quickly fucking don't feed it or whatever, or I don't know, kick it, put it in the bin or something.
Fuck's sake,
I don't know.
man. We do not condone that at all.
100%
all,
not.
all life is precious.
I'm
Take it to the vet, get it operated on.
I'm an animal lover, certainly a dog lover as well, and I would not condone it. But I know that kind of shit happens. I'm just bringing the reality of it to people.
Well, this dog was abandoned originally.
Exactly. They kicked it away. They chucked it in the bin. Luckily, it survived because it had some big balls. Well, 2 fannies, but it had something about it, and it survived.
You got lucky, someone found it. That's just what it boils
Yeah.
down to.
Yep.
But bless it, little Ariel. Oh, bless.
And on that bombshell.
On that bombshell, I've been Ben. Don't interfere, don't join a call.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Make me a haunted mansion sleepover experience, somebody.
Alright, there you go.
I'll buy a tent. We'll go into some woods. There you go. Boom.
And feet will flash it.
I don't know about that.
Oh, but I did the 13th experience. Nice.
And I've been Pete. Look out for a crazy man in the woods with a tent and a woman screaming with blue hair.